Welcome to Southwest Championship Wrestling. Steve Stack here at ringside, and I got a special guest I'll be introducing to you in just a moment. I want to tell you today on Southwest Championship Wrestling, the Southwest Heavyweight Champion, Tully Blanchard, will here. You'll see Mr. Pile Driver Bob Sweetan. Don Carson has one of the grapplers in the ring, so don't go away. The excitement is about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Sam Menacker, world-renowned professional wrestling broadcaster. Been back in Indianapolis a long time, announced broadcast wrestling matches all over the world. And Sam, it's nice to have you here with the best of Southwest Championship Wrestling.
Steve, I can't tell you and the fans how happy I am to be here. As you know, I've done wrestling all over the world, as you pointed out. I've seen many wrestlers. I think the finest wrestlers in the world are right here with Southwest Championship Wrestling. I'm proud to be part of it.
Well, Sam, I know you'll be doing the ring announcing, and you'll also be helping me doing a little commentating. And it's good to have you in the Southwest. Is this your first time in Texas?
No, I used to live in El Paso.
You used to promote a little bit in El Paso.
Right. Well, it's really great to be here.
Well, Sam, it's great to have you, and I know the fans are going to enjoy your color commentary and watch you work in the ring. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the excitement of Southwest Championship Wrestling will open up as 300-pound Roger Smith will be going into the ring against Mr. Pile Driver Bob Sweetan. So don't get up, because Southwest Championship Wrestling will start with the first bell right after this. Southwest Championship Wrestling today, 300-pound Roger Smith. You're going to face him here in his opening match.
I imagine the #1 nemesis of my life, Tully Blanchard, probably had something to do with this, but I'm not worried about that right now. I've got a lot of things to talk about. First of all, Steve, as you know, it's right here. I've got a contract, all legal and everything. My signature's right on it right here. And all it's waiting for is the signature of one man. Steve, you don't mind holding this for a minute. The whole thing is, Tully Blanchard made a statement that why should he put the title on the line against me? What has he got to gain? Well, maybe he has a point there. He doesn't have anything to gain. He's got a lot to lose, the championship belt. So I figured the only thing to do is, with a man that's as greedy and as money hungry as Tully Blanchard, is to offer him something he can't refuse, like money. Well, like everybody knows, I didn't grow up a rich kid. I had to scrape and dig and fight and claw for every cent I got. And one of the things that's kept me going is the fine people of Texas that have supported me wherever I go in the fine state of Texas. Well, these people feel that I should get another shot at Tully Blanchard. So the fine fans of Texas have sent in money to me. Kids have stopped me on the street and handed me a quarter or 50 cents, took their allowance, their paper route money. People have given me $1 here, $1 there. They've sent it in. And right here, you take a look at this. Now, this is a pretty fair. Now, this is dollars, $5 bills, change. There's nickels, there's quarters, there's dimes, there's everything in here. The people of the state of Texas sent this to me so I could put up a little bit of money for Blanchard to sign a title match. You take a look at all that money there, Blanchard. That's all yours. All you have to do is sign for a title match, step in the ring with me, and defeat me. That's all you have to do. Is this enough money? This is money from hard-working people that have to work hard for every penny they get. And they feel enough confidence in me to give me their dimes, their quarters, and their dollars, and their $5 bills, because they know, Blanchard, if I get you in the ring in a title match, and with their backing behind me, that I will become the Southwest champion. So, Blanchard, all you have to do is sign that contract. Just sign the contract, step in the ring with me, and beat me, and all this money and this bag is right yours. That's all you have to do, Blanchard. Now, if you've got the guts, and if you are half the man that you think you are, you'll sign that contract. Steve, will you hang on that for me?
Okay, there you have it. Bob Sweetan has got a lot of money here. Tully Blanchard, wherever you are, all you got to do is put your name on this contract and meet him in a match. Let's go to the ring now for our ring announcer, Sam Menacker.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee for Southwest Championship Wrestling, Mr. Jack Howell. This match, one fall with a 10-minute time limit from Nashville, Tennessee. Weighing in at 300 pounds, Roger Smith. Roger Smith. And his very popular and formidable opponent, without a doubt, one of the top 10 wrestlers in the nation. He's from Round Rock, Texas. Weighing in at 285 pounds, Mr. Pile Driver, Bob Sweetan.
Well, Sam Menacker with the ring introductions as Roger Smith goes against Bob Sweetan. Sweetan bouncing off the ropes. Oh, Smith went for the hip toss, but Sweetan reversed it on him. Smith arguing that he might have pulled the trunk. Sweetan has him up. 300-pound slam there. Bob Sweetan slamming Roger Smith. And once again, Roger claiming that Sweetan pulled the trunks, but I don't believe so. And Bob Sweetan just picked up the 300-pounder and slammed him to the mat.
Well, he's a powerhouse, there's no doubt about it. One thing that I've heard about throughout the world, you know, I've been in Australia for many years, in Europe with wrestling. He's got a pile driver. I understand why they call him Mr. Pile Driver. It's been used by a number of wrestlers, but not with the success that this man has.
He really knows how to use it. They're into the corner, and Smith rakes the fingers across the eyes, and then he comes up and they exchange blows.
He's a powerhouse, no doubt about it. A punch right to the chin sends Smith back to the corner. I really, you know, wrestling is a kind of sport you can't underestimate your opponent. And I noticed that Bob Sweetan is certainly very careful with this man, although I think that Sweetan has more ability, but still anything can happen.
It's Roger Smith with a nice leg toss there. Sweetan kicks him off. This is my first look at Roger Smith. 300-pounder.
Big man, there's no doubt about it. You know, there are a lot of feuds in wrestling because it's a rough, tough body contact sport. And I think that Bob Sweetan is involved in a feud.
He sure is against Tully Blanchard. He just offered the whole briefcase full of money there if he'd sign his name on a contract.
Do you think that Blanchard, of course, has he's got the excuse that there's not enough money in it for him? It's possible maybe he's afraid of Sweetan.
He always comes up with some kind of excuse. I wonder what's going through his mind now as he watches Sweetan dive down into the leg of Roger Smith. Smith trying to pull him off by hooking underneath that arm, but Sweetan's not going anywhere. He just puts a little bit more power behind the hold he has on the leg, and Smith now twists trying to get out of there.
This is a very well-applied hold, but Smith is struggling. He is out to some... Uh-oh, he couldn't make it. Down to the mat. He's fighting hard every minute, I'll say that.
Sweetan holds onto that leg. The referee, Jack Howell, here on Southwest Championship Wrestling, watches Smith grab the bottom ropes. Smith slides out underneath, gets a break, and Sweetan drops a knee in there on the break. Well, sometimes you have to fight fire with fire.
That's correct. You notice that Roger Smith's looking a little worried. You can just see in his face he realizes he's in with a real tough guy. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, he may have took the fingers and put it in the throat of Sweetan that time. Forearm to the back. Another forearm. And remember, there's 300 pounds behind those forearms. Big kick from Roger Smith. As Sweetan sets on that bottom rope into the corner, Smith reaches in, snaps him out of there with that mare.
You know, this could be sort of an upset. I mean, it would be a great feather in the cap of Roger Smith if he could even hold this Sweetan to a draw. And right now, Smith is looking really good in there. A nice takedown. A leg dive by Bob Sweetan. He throws punches at Smith. Man, this is really exciting.
Sure is. They're laying on the rope. There's a kick from Roger Smith, a big 300-pounder. Oh, those are fingers to the eyes. We were looking right at him that time. The referee warned him, but he got by with it. Puts him into the corner, buries that shoulder in the midget. They'd like to knock him out of the ring.
You know, Smith is quite a competitor. He's in there every minute. He's really giving Sweetan a battle. He was until just then.
A big fist. Sweetan trying to get things turned around. Roger Smith comes up. He comes in. Forearm knocks Sweetan back into the corner. Smith pulls him out, gets in front. There's a hip toss. Down goes Sweetan. He's got him covered up. He doesn't even get a 1 count. Oh! Sweetan come up out of there in a hurry.
He certainly has quick reflexes. Uh-oh, into the ropes. Oh, man.
Big forearm to the top of the head. Oh. Uppercut to the jaw.
Oh, what a punch.
Oh, he looks like he's out cold.
I think he is. Now he rips him up by the hair. Hits him again.
Grabs him by the arm. Reversal. Sweetan throws him into the corner. Pile driver. Pile driver. Can't get him up. Oh! There's a bell. Over the top rope. That's a disqualification on Southwest Championship Wrestling.
An automatic disqualification.
Automatic disqualification. Bob Sweetan thrown over the ropes by Roger Smith. Stay tuned because Tully Blanchard comes out next on Southwest Championship Wrestling. Get the Southwest Heavyweight Champion.
You know, Steve Stack, I understand that Mike Graham was out here issuing challenges again at me last week.
What?
Wanting to know where I was. Well, Mr. Mike Graham, Jerry Lawler, Dick Slater, I even understand Wahoo McDaniels was making phone calls down here wanting shots at me again. Well, I tell you what, all you big men in professional wrestling all over the country within the sound of my voice, especially you, Mike Graham, I was on a little vacation last week. It's none of your business where I was. I was busy. I was too busy to mess with the likes of you. Now, I understand Bruiser Bob Sweetan is trying to make it worth my while, make it profitable to me to sign a contract to wrestle into the Southwest Heavyweight title. Well, Bob Sweetan, you can beg, you can borrow, you can steal, you can make all the working people, the poor working people of Texas and the country send their dimes, send their pennies, send their dollars to you, Bob Sweetan, and you will not have enough money to make it worth my while to wrestle you anytime, any place. Now look, coming up here again, he's always speaking up from behind.
Hey, Stacker, I got a contract.
Speaking up. You're bugging me, Sweetan. You are bugging me, okay?
Why don't you sign it?
Sweetan, I do not need to sign a contract to you. I have proven, Sweetan,
Wasn't that money enough for you?
isn't the film that I showed last week I
What
had
is it?
shown
The money is enough
beating
for
you
you.
in your kind of match, a Texas
Sign
death
it.
match.
Sign it.
A Texas death
Sign
match.
it.
I showed everybody in the
Sign it.
country that I beat
Sign
you
it.
in a Texas death
Sign
match.
it.
I beat you in the
That's all you
tournament.
gotta do is sign
Sweetan,
it.
I don't
If
need to
you're
mess
so
with you. I
confident,
have
sign it.
proved that I beat you
haven't proved
at my
nothing.
will. At my will, I beat you whenever I want to.
You
And
haven't got a
Sweetan,
gut
I
in your
don't have
body.
time to mess with you
Why don't you just sign
anymore.
it? Just sign it. Steve, the man is truly gutless. He hasn't got a gut in his body. All it takes is a little bit of effort to sign this contract and be in a title match and make himself $5,000. But he doesn't want to do that. The big rich kid is too scared.
Now let's go to Sam Menacker for the ring introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Introducing from Phoenix, Arizona, weighing in at 220 pounds, Scott Casey, right here, Scott Casey.
Everybody knows. Get him out of my body. I've got to sign a contract.
There's Tully Blanchard.
Yeah, it says this is certified that Bob Sweetan and Tully Blanchard agree in a professional wrestling match at the Hemisphere Arena in San Antonio on Honor.
Right here, and it says, it is agreed that Bob Sweetan and Tully Blanchard are both physically fit. And it is another thing here. It's further agreed that both wrestlers will be bonded against a non-rival performance. So it means if he doesn't show up, he's going to lose all his money.
What is this?
But here,
Hey, what is this?
Steve, listen to this. Listen very carefully. I'm going to read it just the way it's printed.
Well, look, Blanchard's already shook up. You got him.
Oh, he's going to be
worried
more
right
shook up when he reads this. So here's about this.
now. What's it say?
Read it, Steve. You read it to the people.
It says it is further agreed that a cage will be
That's right,
erected.
a cage, man.
A cage.
He can't get out, and nobody can get in.
How'd you get him to sign this? Here's what else it says. It says
Well,
it is
you
further
saw I
agreed
got him to
that
sign it.
Adrian Adonis will be barred from ring
That's right. And if Adonis comes near ringside, San Antonio's finest will grab him and take him right back to the dressing room.
He will be escorted
Steve,
out by the San Antonio
this is the greatest day of my life.
Oh, I don't know how you
With
did
the
it.
people of Texas behind me. With the money that they sent in, that hard-earned money, made it possible because that enticed Blanchard a little bit. That made him a little bit hungry. And what I did to him in the ring, I embarrassed him. See how happy he was to sign it?
Yeah,
Steve, this is the greatest day of my life because I guarantee you, when this match takes place, it's for the title, in a cage, with Adonis Bard. I guarantee you that I will walk out of that ring as the Southwest Heavyweight Champion. And if I don't, now I am serious. This is right from the bottom of my heart. Blanchard can't do it. He can't even concentrate on this match.
He's really worried.
He better be worried because that belt is mine. I'm going to tell you, Steve, right now, and all the people that are listening, and all the people that are going to be at the Hemisphere Arena, that in this cage match, that's for the title, with Adonis Bard, I guarantee that I will walk out of that ring the champion, or I will leave the state of Texas.
Oh, well, that's a pretty big statement right there, Bob Sweetan. Look at
But
Blanchard.
it's a promise. That is a guarantee.
You'll leave if you don't beat
If I don't beat him for that title, if I don't walk out of that cage as the new Southwest Heavyweight Champion, I will no longer, ever wrestle in the state of Texas. I will never come back to the state of Texas. And you know as well as the fans do, Steve, I'm making my home in Texas now.
Oh.
My family and everything is in Round Rock, Texas. I love the state. I love the people. I don't want to leave. But I will if I don't become champion.
Well, Bob, you better hold on to this thing because if he gets it away from you, he don't know what he signed.
He doesn't have a clue. All he figures he signed was a title match, and he's in for a rude awakening. Because this man tried to outfox me so many ways. He outfoxed me on the 30-day thing. He got by with stealing the title in the tournament. But the man is going to pay, and he's going to pay dearly. He's going to pay with something that he cherishes more than life. That Southwest title, it's mine.
Oh, Casey's taking pretty good care of him here.
Well, Casey's going to have an easy night of it, I think, because Blanchard's got his mind somewhere else.
He's got his mind on you.
It's not the same Blanchard you always see in the ring. This man is not the
He
same.
bails out again. That's about the third time he's bailed out of the ring.
You're in for it. You're done for. You are gone. That belt is mine.
He doesn't know what he's signed. Wait, he's leaving.
He's so flustered he can't even face his opponent. Now, this is a man that I will defeat in San Antonio. I'll walk out of there with that belt, like I said before, Steve. If I don't win the belt, I will leave the state of Texas. That's my solemn promise to all my fans, my good fans out there in the whole state of Texas. I'll leave if I don't beat them.
He's so flustered, he just left. Look, he's not even coming back.
That's why I got that clause in there that he has to show up, because otherwise he just might walk. But he's guaranteed to be there, and I guarantee it, the belt is mine.
Bob, when he finds out what happened, I don't think I want to be around here. But congratulations. I'm glad you got it. Well, Tully Blanchard counted out for the count of 20. The match goes to Scott Casey. We'll be back with more right after this. Rick McGraw. And Rick, I'll be talking to you a little later on, but I want you to watch, and I want all the fans at home to watch and see what happened as we went to the Hemisphere Arena, and we're going to take the fans back. You were involved in a tag team match. You weren't scheduled to wrestle against the Grapplers, the Southwest Tag Team Champions of Don Carson. The match was scheduled between Mike Graham and Ken Lucas. The Grapplers, as you'll see, loaded the boot, kicked Mike Graham, beat him up before the bell ever sounded. You come in to help out. Let's take a look now from the Hemisphere Arena at this tag team match. Just before the introductions of this tag team match with the Grapplers going against Ken Lucas and Mike Graham. Here comes Lucas and Graham into the ring. Quickly, one of the Grapplers grabs Lucas, throws him to the top rope onto the floor. The other one goes after Mike Graham. He holds him. Now watch the Grappler on the left. He loads that boot. I don't know what he's got in there or how he does it. Right to the top of the head goes that loaded boot, and Mike Graham is down. Now this is before the bell has ever sounded for the start of this tag team match, and the Grapplers go to work on Mike Graham. Lucas is outside the ring, unable to do anything to help out his partner. Lucas tries to get in. You can see Carson going over and kicking him back to the floor, and the referee Jack Howe warned him. And all this time, Mike Graham takes a beating from the two Grapplers. Ken Lucas tries to come back again, and Carson once again kicks him as the Grapplers continue to punish Mike Graham. And Mike Graham won't be able to continue in this match, and we'll show you what happens a little later on. But Lucas finally gets back into the ring, goes to punching the Grapplers, backs them out of there, and gets in front of Mike Graham. Mike Graham, as you can see, is in a bad way here. The bell has yet to sound for the beginning of this match, and there's no way that Mike Graham is going to be able to continue. Ken Lucas is going to try to go it alone, but he'll get a little help from a man who will show up in just a moment. On the right-hand side of your screen, Rick Quick Draw McGraw will be appearing, and McGraw comes out to check on Mike Graham and Ken Lucas. To pick up the action 10 minutes into this match, you can see Rick McGraw substituting for Mike Graham, who we showed you how he was injured earlier in the match. And here Graham just about pinned the Grappler. The other Grappler, that's number 2, talking to the referee. Ken Lucas comes in. Watch very closely here because things really get hot and heavy in just a moment. It's 2-on-1. The 2 Grapplers against Rick Quick Draw McGraw. Lucas back in. Lucas being hit there by Grappler number 2, and he takes Lucas, throws him out of the ring. Jack Howe tries to get the Grappler out, and watch. McGraw is whipped into the referee, Jack Howe, by the Grappler. Howe goes onto the floor. Now, Grappler number 1 signals to Grappler number 2. Get up on that top rope. He picks him up. Backbreaker, and off the top rope, which would be a disqualification, comes the Grappler, but the referee is not there. And you can see, and all of a sudden, from the dressing room appears the injured Mike Graham. A big forearm knocks the Grappler down. He reaches down, grabs Rick Quick Draw McGraw, throws him on top of the Grappler. Howe, the referee, rose underneath that bottom rope. There's 1, 2, 3, and Rick Quick Draw McGraw and Ken Lucas get the victory. Don Carson can't believe what's happened. He is furious, but the Grapplers go down in defeat. Well, Rick, there you saw it again. You come in to help Mike Graham out. Of course, Ken Lucas wanted to go alone, and I don't blame him. He wanted to do anything to win those titles.
That's right. Ken is an extremely tough man, as is Mike Graham. But these Grapplers, they've been exhibiting their form of so-called wrestling. I don't consider
a little different, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't consider it wrestling per se, because there seems to be their main objective is to be out there to hurt people. But myself, I've been studying a lot of films of the Grapplers, and this man, Don Carson, him being the mastermind that he is, all this studying, I think it's paid off. I just feel very, very confident.
I know you teamed up with Ken before, and you all used to wrestle in other parts of the country, so you're really not strangers.
It seems like a natural combination, and I just feel so sure that we can take those Southwest Heavyweight Championship belts away from them. But, you know, the way they go after and try to hurt people, they're going to have to make a mistake. And through the films that I've been watching, I think that I know what's going to be that mistake, and hopefully I can capitalize on that mistake here in the near future and take those belts away from them, because there's no sense in them defacing the sport, because this is a wonderful, beautiful sport of wrestling, and I think it deserves better justice than what the Grapplers and this maniac Don Carson has been giving it.
Of course, before you get a chance to meet the Grapplers for the Southwest Tag Team Championship, you're going to have to meet Grappler number 2 today.
Well, like, I never take any opponent lightly, but especially this Grappler number 2 and Grappler number 1. They're fantastic wrestlers, and they also got that Don Carson. You always got to keep you know, an eye on him too, and I'll be doing both.
Thank you very much, Rick Quick Draw McGraw. Ladies and gentlemen, as Rick will be going into the ring a little later on, and we'll be back with our next match featuring Ali Bay the Turk and Eric Embry right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event, 1 fall with a 10-minute time limit from Istanbul, Turkey, at the weight of 255 pounds, Ali Bay. Ali Bay. And his opponent is from Cloverport, Kentucky, weighing in at 220, Eric Embry.
There you have the introductions, ladies and gentlemen, by our ring announcer, Sam Menacker. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit, as all the matches are here on Southwest Championship Wrestling. There's the bell. We're ready to go. Eric Embry, Ali Bay the Turk. Don't forget your most popular wrestler contest. Send us your votes here at Southwest Championship Wrestling.
Get those lights on. Get that camera on me. I tell you what, that is the lowest thing, and I know you had part of it. You probably had Sam Menacker in on it, brought him in new on Southwest Championship Wrestling Day. Bob Sweetan, you have stepped to the lowest form of human being I can even think of, lower than the scum on my shoes. Well, Bob Sweetan, I am the Southwest Heavyweight Champion, yeah, and I signed the contract, and I heard what was on that contract. Well, Bob Sweetan, cage match, people, police barred from ringside.
That's right, Adrian Adonis cannot be...
Be quiet! You paid to announce, you're not paid to narrate for me. I can talk. Bob Sweetan, this belt that means so much to me, Bob Sweetan. You think that just because I step in that ring, I'm beat. Well, Bob Sweetan, you wanted a match with no rules. You want everything. You want the people on your side. That's fine. I don't care. You can have all these people. They ain't worth being on your side. Bob Sweetan, because if they like you, they ain't worth dirt. Bob Sweetan, you humiliated me. You slapped me on television in front of millions of people, and nobody slapped me like that. Bob Sweetan, you will pay. In San Antonio, Texas, my hometown, inside a cage. I will stick you through a cage like a piece of sausage meat. And then I will walk out, just like your contract says, with my money and my belt. And I will walk out with my head held up, and you will be left, and you will have to leave professional wrestling. Because Bob Sweetan, you have let your mouth overload your can, and you can't handle it.
Tully Blanchard is upset as I ever seen him anywhere. I've never...
Sweetan has his number. He's got him. The man is completely panic-stricken. And with the attitude he has and so upset, he can't think straight. I don't think...
He don't even know what's going on.
No, I think Sweetan outsmarted him, and he realized it.
You know, sometimes you got to do that to get these champions in the ring.
Well, I got to hand it to Bob Sweetan. I know one thing, he will not let the fans down. It's going to be the match of the century, no kidding.
Back to the ring. Cross body block by Eric Embry. Only a 1 count. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, vote for your most popular wrestler. Send us your votes. Southwest Championship Wrestling, 1704 Blanco Road, San Antonio, Texas. That zip code is 78212. And be sure you vote for your most popular wrestler. Alley Bay the Turk, Gary Embry. Embry goes over and gets the Turk and knocks him down on the apron. Turk trying to get back in the ring. Tully Blanchard against Bob Sweetan at the Hemisphere Arena in San Antonio, Texas in a cage match. $5,000 and the championship on the line. A winner takes it all. Oh, I don't know.
Steve, has there ever been, I don't think there's ever been a title match in a cage.
If there has, I have never seen one. Let's put it that way. And the thing I like, of course, Sam, you just come down today. The thing I like, Adrian Adonis is barred. The San Antonio Police Department will escort him away if he comes down the ring, because Adonis has helped him save that title quite a few times.
I heard about it, and even with a cage there, he could be harassing Sweetan. So that's wonderful to keep him away. I tell you, that to me, that's the most exciting thing I've seen in the last 35 years. No kidding.
It ought to be great. It was all right. Alley Bay the Turk grabs the gold locks of Eric Embry, takes an open hit, slaps it underneath the throat. Side headlock by Eric Embry. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, you're watching Southwest Championship Wrestling from the Junction in San Antonio, Texas, where we tape every Monday night. Slight admission charge. If you're in the beautiful city of San Antonio, we would like for you to come out. 8:30 starting time at the Junction, located at 1704 Blanco Road, San Antonio, Texas. And Sam, this is a beautiful city.
Oh, it certainly is. And I want to tell you, the fans here are very enthusiastic, and the matches are so great.
Oh, what a move from Eric Embry.
Terrific move.
Eric Embry. Alley Bay the Turk. Drop kick. Oh, he got high in the air that time. Knocked the Turk down. Does it again. Embry's got him covered up. Here comes the count, 2, and the referee doesn't get to slap that mat for the 3 count.
You know, this Embry used a standing drop kick. He didn't take a runner just from a standing position. It was quite a drop kick. But I tell you, this Turk is tough. He is tough. There he goes. Oh.
First neck breaker there. Embry is down. The Turk. 2. Oh, just about hit that 3 count.
About 2.5 count. He did get away. I tell you, I'm still excited about that incident with Sweetan and Blanchard. It's really something.
Yeah, it sure was. The Turk. Oh, he's reaching down with the fingers, grabbing that face of Eric Embry. The referee made him break.
He rips away at his face. Boy, this guy is really brutal in the ring.
Oh, he is brutal. 255 pounds. Forearm to the side of the neck. Reaches down, grabs the hair.
Oh,
Open hand.
I thought it was...
He may have had a thumb that time. I don't know, but...
I couldn't see from here, but he resorts to any tactics to win a match. A nice comeback by Embry. A punch. Uh-oh, another punch in the midsection. That Embry's by the boy, too.
Yeah, he sure is. Embry off the ropes. Big forearm to the top of the head. The Turk is knocked out onto the apron and onto the floor. Ali Bay, the Turk, holding onto that bottom rope. All you fans around the United States, we want to thank you for the cards and the letters that we get every day. Let me tell you, it's nice to hear from you.
You know, I was amazed. I've been with a lot of wrestling TV shows. When I walked into your office today, Steve, and saw all the fan mail coming in, it really is very gratifying to yourself and all the wrestlers, isn't it?
It sure is. It's nice. I'm sorry we can't answer all the letters back. We'd have to have about 50 secretaries, and we just can't have it right now. But the Turk picking up Embry, slams him into the turnbuckle. Brings him out of there. Reaches down. Goes in behind. Holding on to that head. Ali Bay, the Turk, a very tough customer, going against the exciting Eric Embry here on Southwest Championship Wrestling. The fans are still buzzing. Tully Blanchard against Bob Sweetan in a cage for the Southwest Championship.
Steve, you know...
Oh, what a blow there. Oh, I heard that one pop way up here.
I know that no one condones the actions of Tully Blanchard. He's rough, but he has been a top champion. He's been a winner, but he completely lost his head tonight. Impossible. I didn't think it happened, but it sure did.
The Turk knocks him down. Reaches down, grabs him. Going for a slam. Nope. Picks him up and sets him up on the top rope in the corner. Going forearms to the midsection. Embry falls off of there. Here comes the Turk in. Buries his shoulder into the midsection. Turk grabs him by the arm. Throws him into the turnbuckle across the way. This time. Oh, look at Embry. Hook him out of there. Turk went after him. Embry hooked him. Rolled him up. 1, 2, 3. And the excitement continues here on Southwest Championship Wrestling as Eric Embry hooks the Turk, heading down. Referee Jack Howe hits the mat 3 times, and Eric Embry wins it. Stay tuned because Rick Quickdraw McGraw against the Grapplers next.
Ladies and gentlemen, this event is one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing from parts unknown, weighing 245 pounds, the Grappler number 2. And his manager, none other than Don Carson. Don Carson. In the opposite corner, at the weight of 225 pounds from Charlotte, North Carolina, Rick Quickdraw McGraw.
Well, the introductions by Sam Menacker, and now we're ready to go with Grappler number 2. And, of course, the fabulous Don Carson brought him into the ring against Rick Quickdraw McGraw. Well, ladies and gentlemen, just joining us earlier today here on Southwest Championship Wrestling, Bob Sweetan finally got Tully Blanchard's name on a contract. Blanchard didn't read it, And it stated it would be a cage match for the Southwest Championship Wrestling. $5,000, winners take all. And Bob Sweetan has said that if he does not defeat Tully Blanchard in that match, he'll leave the state of Texas. You know, that's a strong statement, Sam.
You know, I have every confidence in Bob Sweetan, especially the fact that people sent him money and kids took money out of their allowances to help him out. He doesn't want to let the fans down, but that is a strong statement because anything can happen in a match. And Blanchard has defeated Sweetan from time to time, so he's taking an awful chance. But he's so confident in the way. I don't know whether Blanchard will ever get over that nervous frustration that he has.
Well, he better be thinking about something else rather than worrying about that now. Because if he does that the way he went in there against Scott Casey today, you can bet that it won't be much of a contest. But I know Tully Blanchard. He'll come back. Well, Grappler number 2 bails out of the ring. Carson calls him over. Has a little talk with him.
You know that Don Carson is he's obnoxious. There's no doubt about it. And he's full of egotistical verbosity, but he has managed top people. He has the champions right now.
He sure does. Southwest Tag Team Champions. This is one of them. McGraw. Rick Quick Draw McGraw. Referee Jack out. Make sure that everything's okay. Side headlock by McGraw. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you, as we watch this move right here, if Southwest Championship Wrestling comes live to your town, no matter where you are, be sure you take out the whole family and enjoy a great night with the professionals from Southwest Championship Wrestling. We're coming your way all over the United States. Over the top goes McGraw. Oh, he got him that time. That Grappler, that's one thing about Carson. He keeps them in tip-top shape. They're ready to go against anybody.
They certainly are in good shape, but so is this Quick Draw McGraw.
Oh, throwed across the top rope as Grappler number 2 picked him up, dropped him across, and you can see how quickly the Grapplers can turn things their way.
They certainly can. Quick thinking and quick reflexes. You know, many of these rough wrestlers, while, that clothesline, man, right in the throat. Oh, he drops across him. It looks like everything is his way right now, but Quick Draw. Oh, that's a cowardly thing. He had the man pinned and he pulled him up by the hair so he can inflict more punishment on him. It's a distant drive to victory, if it will be a victory.
Grappler trying to pick him up. Oh, he just throws him down.
McGraw's taking a lot of punishment there. There's an elbow drop to the back of the head. And now, the Grappler rips him up by the hair.
Broke the hold. The referee told him to break, but he covered him up real quick. He's in front. I don't know. The way McGraw's moving around, maybe a chokehold underneath there.
It would appear that way, but one thing about Jack Howe, he's watching it very closely underneath it.
You know, Jack Howe is one of the finest referees in professional wrestling today, and we're glad to have him here on Southwest Championship Wrestling.
He certainly moves around very well. Incidentally, I noticed all during the match that Carson does things to harass the opponent.
He tries, he yells at the opponent, he yells at the referee, distracts, whatever he can do to keep things going in the favor of his men. And this Grappler number 2 still covering up Rick McGraw. Another tremendous crowd on hand for Southwest Championship Wrestling tonight. I believe he might be just getting that forearm up on the throat a little bit here.
It certainly seems that way to me. I've been in this position many times. I've been caught in a hold like this in the years that I wrestled. It always winds up as a stranglehold or a chokehold, and it's almost impossible for the referee to see through the man's shoulders. I'm sure that it's a chokehold of some kind. But one thing about Jack Howe, as you pointed out, he moves around very quickly, watches it very much. Of course, the Grappler, when he sees Jack Howe down there watching, he'll release that. He'll move the arm up the chin.
Grappler holding on to Rick Quick Draw McGraw.
I'd like to say, Steve, it's a pleasure to be with Southwest Championship Wrestling and to work with you. You're great.
Thank you, Sam. I've heard about you for many years, heard a lot of good things about you, and never had met you till last night, and it's a pleasure, and I look forward to many years working together.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Steve.
You've been in the business, they tell me, about 40 years.
Yeah, I started when I was 8 years old, you know. I don't look my age.
Yeah, okay. I won't tell everybody how old you are, Sam. That exchange blows. There's the grappler. That was McGraw holding his throat, so it either got him in the throat or was very close. Carson over there yelling at McGraw now. There's the grappler over, has his throat across that bottom rope. Carson says, go on, get in there. He smells victory here.
There it is again. The front headlock. Wearing the man down, there's no doubt about it.
That'll take it out of you in a hurry. Grappler covering him up again now. I still believe he's trying to do a little choking, but you see the minute the referee drops down there, and then he moves that arm slightly. Now, I'm just guessing. But you see the grappler rearing back, getting another fight, getting more pressure, applying all the pressure he can to Rick. Quick draw McGraw. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you, you're watching Southwest Championship Wrestling from the Junction in San Antonio, Texas. The grappler holding on to Rick. Quick draw McGraw.
You know, in many of the cities where Southwest Championship Wrestling is seen on TV, it's more or less a new era in wrestling because some of these wrestlers have not been seen there. And as you pointed out, all these wrestlers will be coming to the cities where the TV appears.
Sooner or later, we hope to come your way. Grappler holding on. Carson still outside the ring.
He hangs on to that hold with bulldog tenacity. He's not going to let it go. But look at McGraw. He's got a wrist. He's broken it up to some extent. Oh, what a terrific display of strength. He's got him up in an airplane position. Spins. Oh, he's terrific.
Dropped him across that top rope. So McGraw comes up with a drop kick. Another drop kick.
Beautiful moves by Quick Draw McGraw.
Elbow knocks the grappler back into the corner. McGraw grabs him, whips him into the turnbuckle, catches him out. He's got him up on the shoulder. McGraw drops back with him. Because the count. Oh, he doesn't pin him. He's going after the mask. He's going after the mask. You know, I always wondered who's underneath there and why they hide underneath that mask. And here, Rick McGraw may show it to us. Carson is up on the apron. McGraw goes after them. McGraw trying to pull Carson into the ring. Oh, the grappler comes over. McGraw ducks. Down, 2, 3. And Carson beats himself. Carson beats himself as he was in the way. Here comes Grappler number 1. He can't believe what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go away. Rick McGraw, get with it. We'll be back with more right after this.
Steve Stack, nobody puts their hands on these masks. Nobody takes their hands and tries to unlace his mask or my mask to expose my face. We wear these masks for a personal reason. I mean a personal reason, and nobody fools with it. I mean it. Nobody puts their hands on our manager. We acquired his services. We acquired his services, Steve Stack, for a reason, a personal reason. I want to tell you something right now. Don't even start it. This goes out to anybody that can hear me, anybody that can see me. Don't put your hands on this mask right here, or on this mask, or on this manager. You think we've done some damage since we've been here? You don't even want to start what you're going to get. I'm telling you, this is a warning to everybody. Don't put your hands on the mask. Don't put your hands on the manager.
Ladies and gentlemen, that wraps it up for Southwest Championship Wrestling.